Hello, everyone. You all know that a great way to enhance a chart, to enhance a graph, you all know that a great way to enhance a report or a form is by using charts and graphs. Today we'll talk about that, and we'll also talk about how modern charts in Access let you easily create applications that have appealing-looking charts and other data visualization aids. My name is Mikal Bar, and I'm a program manager on the Access team.
Hi, I'm Tim Getch. I am the founder and CEO of ComC.com, and in a former life, I was also a program manager on the Access team.
We'll talk a lot about modern data visualization in Access today. Since the discontinuation of pivot charts in Access 2013, we realized there has been created a gap in the way Access supports data visualization. We'll talk about the opportunity that the team saw in closing this gap. We'll talk about how modern charts are what we see as data visualization in Access, and what is their vision around that, around closing that gap. We'll deep dive, with the help of team here, we'll deep dive into the actual experience. What does it look like to create a new chart in Access? And then also, we'll give you tips and tricks and best practices around converting an existing application with pivot charts and classic charts to an application that uses most modern charts. My goal for you today is to leave the room here, go back to your offices, and be super passionate and highly motivated to try out the new charts. But I will not let you go without learning about what are the other things that are coming soon in Office 365 for Access, and the things that are on our roadmap. Let's get started. To be effective, charts, graphs, and other data visualization tools, they need to tell a story. They need to be able to help people draw powerful insights from data. They also, other than conveying an actionable information, they also help people see things that maybe other people don't see. This is mostly true when you're presenting and explaining data, because you can show tables with figures, talk about numbers, percentages, talk about relationships for as long as you want. Most chances are that if you're not using the right chart or graph or other data visualization aid, your key takeaway, your key point will get lost. That's why there is a variety of chart types out there in the wild to help you put that data into a visual context to help you tell that story. Over the past years, we've talked a lot with customers with the goal in mind to understand how do they see data visualization in Access. We wanted to learn about their scenarios. We wanted to understand their pain points with the classic charts. We wanted to understand what are the things that they feel are missing for data visualization. We've learned a ton. I will share the top 6 learnings with you. So Access is all about data. It integrates data from external data sources. You can integrate it with your local data. You can import. You can import from, or you can link to other data sources. It's all about data. But data can be so much more powerful once displayed in charts. So we learned that being able to display your data in charts is a key scenario for all Access users. Talking with developers, we also learned that being able to create visually appealing charts is a key selling point. When they pitch an application or a prototype to a client, being able to show a nice, modern-looking chart is something that is helping them sell their product and basically make business. Pivot charts. How many of you have used or are using pivot charts? Show of hands. Yes, quite a lot. This is something that we've heard from customers that they miss since they were retired in Access 2013. a lot of our customers really relied heavily on pivot charts. And we know, and we'll hear a lot about this from Tim later, about customers being stuck in older versions of Access just because they can't upgrade. They can't bridge over missing pivot charts. This is a theme, the next one is a theme that we hear across the board from Access customers. They want Access to be current. They want Access to look and feel modern. They want to see Access keeping up with the rest of Office apps. Of course, this applies when we're even more so when we're talking about charts, when we're talking about something that is a visual component like chart. Everyone who has ever used a classic chart knows exactly what I'm talking about when I mention design experience. The design experience when you're creating a classic chart, once you're done with the steps of the wizards, is so not native to Access. It's something that requires you to have a different tool set. It's something that requires you to use different methods and to really own a new tool set. It's a learning curve that you need to pass in order to design really nice, beautiful classic charts. Last one here is export to Excel. So yes, Access is great with data. It's great with running complex queries. It's great when it comes to integrating data from external data sources. But then, once you need to generate this really nice fancy report for a business review or for a review with execs in your company, people often will just export their data to Excel from Access. And then this is where they'll generate their report, and this is where they'll create their charts. And we were surprised to learn how common this scenario is for our customers. So this is what we came into when we looked at charts and data visualization. And I am so pleased today to talk to you about the modern charts in Access. We're introducing 11 chart types. One of them is brand new, the combo chart. This is something that was not supported in Classic. They're modern, they feel modern, they're very much Excel-like. Actually, under the hood, we're using the same infrastructure and chart engine as Excel uses. So they should all look and feel familiar if you've ever used Excel, and I'm sure you have. We're introducing a new UI to design the new charts, but this UI is totally native in Access. So you'll see a new data binding pane or chart settings pane where you can bind your data and also format data series. But then if you are used to working with the property sheet, that's also supported. And you can use the property sheet to set the properties of the new charts. So you don't need to learn, basically, a whole lot new stuff just to create new charts. If you missed pivot charts being interactive and being able to change the layout on the fly, Object Model supports all the properties of the new charts. So you can use VBA to change the layout and make your charts interactive. And I'll show you that in a while. I think this is a good time for demo, now that I've kind of talked about the overall. Let me switch to the demo machine. Much better, thank you. No? Thank you, Windows Hello. So what I'm going to show you, once this opens up, I'm going to show you a database, a sales database, where you'll see tables for sales and sales representatives and everything you would, products, everything you would expect from a sales database. And I'll start with just showing you the runtime experience. So this is a classic revenue by year chart. This is an out-of-the-box experience, so I've just used the wizard to create this chart. I didn't tweak it, I didn't change anything. This is what you get when you just go through the process, through the wizard. And then, just for comparison, this is the modern one. And again, without tweaking anything, without changing. So you can see right away that this looks a lot more familiar for Excel users, and it is much modern. It has this modern look and feel to it. Let me show you how we go about creating a new one. So I'll start with a new form. And you'll notice this new button here, Insert Chart. This one opens the flyout menu with all the chart types that are supported. And I'll do a combo one because this is brand new and I'm super happy about this. You'll notice right away the chart settings pane. This is the pane where you do your data binding. You start with data binding. I'll choose my query. And then immediately I see all the fields that are available. And this is where I do my layout. This is where I set which field goes to which dimension of the table. So I'll go ahead and start with, on the axis, on the category axis, I want to see sales date. And then for values, y-axis, I want to see the amount of products that I sold. And then money-wise, I want to see the sales information. And you'll see that all that I'm doing in the chart settings pane is immediately reflected in design time. This is design time, design view. It's immediately reflected in the chart. The next thing that I want to do is switch to the Format tab up here, and I can change the display name for my data series. This is where you basically set all the properties for the data series. So I changed the name, and then for the other one, for the sales amount, I don't like that the sales amount kind of the amount just kind of get lost. So what I'm going to do is for the sales amount, I'm just going to change it to display on the secondary y-axis. And now I'm starting to tell a story. This is where you can start to see the correlation between the two data points. But I mentioned that you can also work. There are other things that you can do here. You can change the color. You can add trend lines. You can add markers. There's plenty of things that you can do here to edit your data series. I also mentioned that you can use the property sheet. So if I open up the property sheet here, and let me close this just so you can see better. The property sheet lets me change things that are at the chart level. So for example, I can go in secondary value axis format. I want to change this to be currency. You'll see how this changed. But then I also want to change this to show I want the display unit not to be percentage. I want it to be hundreds, or actually I wanted thousands. So that's what I wanted. I can also scroll up here and change the chart title to be sales analysis. So this is really using your existing tool set and skills that you have. You're just using the property sheet to do all of this. The next thing that I wanted to show you is interactive chart. So I think this is really cool. This is a way to show how the object model supports all of this. And I can just simply, this is simple VBA, I can just change the region, and I can pick strategy here, and then my chart just changes on the fly. I can just, let me pick a sales rep here. I can also change the chart type. So all of these properties are supported, and I can make all of these changes and make my chart interactive if I wanted to in runtime. The last thing that I want to show in this demo, and this will really hopefully answer one of the questions that maybe some of you are thinking. The new charts live side by side with the classic charts. So we are not removing the capability of creating classic charts. And actually, in the same version, you can use both. So this is one form where I have classic and modern in the same form. We're not taking away any functionality, we're just adding new functionality. And I think this is a good segue for Tim to talk about how we actually manage these two side by side.
Well, hello, I am Tim Getch, and I am the founder and CEO of ComC.com. I mentioned that I used to work on the Access team. I left Microsoft about 11 years ago to focus on my childhood hobby, trading cards. This is the website here. I like to refer to the website as the tip of the iceberg. Basically, 10% of our effort goes into making this website. 90% of it is everything that we have to do behind the scenes to make this happen. We aren't just a website where people post their cards. We're a consignment service where people from all around the world, in fact, we have more than 5,000 sellers that ship their cards to Redmond, Washington to have us scan them, describe them, post them, set asking prices. We do all the shipping, payment processing, customer service. And enabled to do that, I've had to hire more than 100 employees that every day use Microsoft Access. Our internal application that drives this website is an Access front end going against a SQL Server backend. By doing this, I believe this has given us a huge competitive advantage. I've been able to start from nothing to now having the second largest website selling trading cards, second only to eBay. So this, our innovation has been rapidly enhanced by my ability to build so much of the functionality so quickly, be nimble in Access. Having been a program manager on Access, I knew all the ins and outs of the features. I knew it was there, and of course I used those features, such as pivot charts. And our internal application has more than 750 forms. 50 of them were pivot charts. So about 1 in 15 forms happen to be pivot charts. And as such, we were stuck on Access 2010. Earlier this year, I found out that a new modern charting engine was being added to Access, and I jumped at the opportunity to incorporate that into our application and help us along the way to migrating to the new version of Access. So I'm going to walk through our experience and give you some tips and tricks on how you can incorporate the new charts in an application, and if you need to, even support side by side with old pivot charts and new charts in the same application. So I'm going to jump back to the demo machine here. I'm going to start by showing you some of the things that we were used to in Access. This is 2010, and we have a number of different charts here that we would use to drive business decisions, keeping track of how much payments we're sending out. This is keeping track of the workload coming in. We see we had a huge spike in our workload here. That was when we went to the National Sports Collectors Convention, and it had a huge spike in usage of some of our services. Here's keeping track of trends for shipping, making sure that we're keeping our shipping services up to speed. Now, in the new version of Access, in Access 2016, I'll show you, if you haven't seen this already, the amazing experience you get when you open a pivot chart. Oh wait, not so amazing experience. This doesn't quite give you the same effect as seeing those numbers in a chart. This is why we were stuck on 2010. Those lines are actually important to us. So, this is my experience when I first started using charts. I came in here, and fortunately for all of you, you got to see McCall's demo where she put a chart on a form. The first thing I did was try to find the chart entry point. well, it's here. This is the chart entry point that you need. And since it's a chart object, a chart control, instead of the whole form being a chart, you now put that chart on your form, and you can make something that looks and feels just like a pivot chart, but it needs to be a control that takes over the whole object. So I don't need these other controls on the form. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of them. I'll drop my chart on. I know I want a line chart. So I'm going to go here to lines and just insert a line chart. And I always like to put it in the top left corner and have it take up the whole space. So just like a pivot chart, I want it to expand and take the whole, I want it to behave like a form. So take up the whole space. Also, there's some properties on a form that I don't want. I don't want the navigation buttons. I don't want the, let's go to the form. I don't want the record selector. I don't want the navigation buttons. I don't want scroll bars. And I want this chart that I just added to expand to take over the whole form. So shameless plug to one of the features I helped design when I was on the team. I can go over here and I can anchor this to stretch and fill the whole form. So now I know when I display this, it's going to look and feel like a pivot chart that I'm used to. All right. So now I need to actually get that cool design time experience. I'm going to go over here to the record source for the form. I no longer need the form to be data bound. I'm going to cut that and go to the chart. And little tip here, you can edit the data source here in this dropdown. Unfortunately, it doesn't yet support pasting. So you can just come over here to the data tab of the property sheet, and you can paste your data source in. So I'll go ahead and hide that for now. And I'm close. That looks like the shape of the chart that I had before. It doesn't have the 3 lines that I was expecting yet. I'll get to that in a second. But let's see, I didn't have a chart title, so I can go over to the format and I can get rid of the title, and I like to see my legend on the right instead of on the top. All right, I'm getting closer. Let's see, now I need that chart pane again. So I'm going to go open up the chart settings, and let's see here. So my first experience, I hadn't seen this UI. I don't know what I need to do, so I just start playing with it. So I'll come down here, and I know I need this data. That doesn't look like the chart that I wanted. Oh, that's all right. I can easily just uncheck that. So one of the things that I immediately discovered is I actually like this design experience better than pivot charts where I'm just randomly dropping things into different zones, hoping I get the magical thing right. And if I drop in the wrong spot, it's not obvious how to undo what I just did. Here, if I screw up, it's safe. I can just uncheck it. I'm right back to where I was before. I could come down here and I could try this. Is this what I wanted? Nope, that's not what I wanted, so I'll undo that. Finally, I come down here and I'm like, all right, I want these different fields. So just check off those, and voila, I've got the chart that I had before. Now, it doesn't have the exact same colors of the lines, so I can go to the Format tab, and I can choose each of those 3 lines, and I can edit the colors if I want to change the colors. So I can do that. That's pretty tedious. And I mentioned we have 50 of these in the database, so I played with the object model, and for proof of concept to show you, if you do have a large project, it is possible to automate this process. So I'm going to go start again from a scratch thing here, and I have a little macro which calls some VBA. and it's going to extract the pivot chart XML, the old definition of the chart, and here it is. Like it actually replicated all the settings that I had in the pivot chart with the new modern chart. So this I can easily flip to form view, and I have now, this is the same functionality as I had in Access 2010. But it looks new, it feels new. I actually really like the control that I have over this. I don't know if you've used pivot charts and forgotten to turn off a bunch of settings, like over here, it's really common to be editing and you leave a drop zone or something up and your users are like, oh, am I supposed to do something with this? It's just like extra UI here that allows people to edit the pivot chart in runtime, which I never want that for my users. I want to control that experience. So in the new version, I never have to worry about that extra UI just showing up. I get to control all of that experience. Now, in the cases where I do want to, similar to how Michal did the interactive demo, we have some examples of that. So here is an example of a filtered chart that is taking data from different drop-downs so we can change what we're actually looking at. The chart automatically updates. So this is allowing our employees to drill in and look at different aspects of the data. In order to do this, before I had a pivot chart that was a subform and it was filtered. In the new version, this blew me away when this was literally minutes into playing with this feature. All I had to do was delete the subform that was there, drop a chart control on, and bind it to that same parameterized query that I was using, and it just works. Now, there's different approaches to doing filtering. Sometimes you'll use the link child, link master field. The new chart has link child, link master field properties, so you can do the same scenarios where you may have a form that, a pivot chart that you were sometimes filtering, sometimes not filtering. You can do that with a chart. You can have it sometimes filtered, sometimes not filtered, and just use the link child, link master. Or in our case, we actually used a parameterized query to make sure that we're always respecting the parameters that we wanted. And it's with no code, this is possible. There's some other details that you may be interested in if you have a large application and you can't just do the migration overnight. If you have a relatively small number of pivot charts, you might be able to just manually open them up and recreate them with the new UI, get people onto the new version and be done. If you have a larger application like we do where you need to support side-by-side, right now the chart experience is only in the monthly channel. Later, we're expecting to see this in the semi-annual channel. So more and more people are going to get access to charts, but in the meantime, only certain people in our organization are actually seeing the charts. So we need to have this side-by-side experience where, depending on the version of Access you're in, you get either the old pivot charts or the new modern charts. The approach that we decided to take, and it's worked well, this is actually in production right now, is that any time we're going to modify a pivot chart, before we modify that form, we save an old copy of it, and we just use an _14. We chose the number 14 because that's the internal version number of Access 2010, so that when we're in Access 2010, we can look at the current version of Access and say, oh, okay, I'm Access 2010. I'm about to open a form, or I'm about to open a report. Is there a _14 version of that form or report that I should open up instead? If it finds that, it uses that instead. And I'll show you how we actually do that with a simple line of code. So then we always have the old copy that's available, and then we can go ahead and modify the chart to be the new modern chart. So in the new version, it gets all that new functionality, and in the old version, you get to still see the old chart. And so here, this is the same application running in the new version. All these buttons here on the left are using our special function call. And then these are basically opening up the same object, but they are hard-coded. So if I go to layout view and I go look at this button, this is using a macro. If you're using VBA, however you want to open up your form, this is explicitly opening up the version 14 version of that form. But if I go over here, I'm simply making a function call to this function, which I can make available to you, that's called get version specific object name. And then you just specify the object name, and then it looks at what version of Access am I in? Is there a corresponding object with that name? I'll open up that instead. So that allows me to have one button that in Access 2016 opens up that form, and in Access 2010 opens up the other one. So it's just opening up the correct version of that. If you're using a pivot chart as a subform, you'll need to use the same kind of technique, or the source object. Instead of hard-coding that property to the specific form, you instead have a line of VBA code that checks to see which version of the form you want, and basically uses late binding to load the corresponding form. So those are the key tricks that we've needed to support side-by-side. The interesting thing is, once you do this, those new modern charts that are built in Access 2016 can actually live in your Access 2010 database. And in our case, we're actually building that into an ACTE and shipping that ACTE to our employees or to our customers, so that when they're loading it up, that ACTE has both objects side by side, and it works just fine. In 2010, it'll load the pivot chart, and then in 2016, it loads the corresponding new modern chart. All right, one last thing I wanted to show off here. You may have noticed that because this chart is a control, you could potentially do things that you couldn't do with subforms before. In the past, any subform, and still today, any subform can only be used on a single item form. You can't put a subform on a continuous form. So if you wanted to see a set of data with a little chart on the side that's different for each one, you couldn't do that before. Now the chart is its own control, so you can actually do that technique, have that filtered chart, have a parameterized chart that's different for every record. So I'm going to switch back to this other demo where you can see a continuous form that has different charts, and you can scroll through those. And this could be, you could have a little tiny row with a little chart, you can have big rows, but this is a continuous form that has different data, different charts bound to each row. So some new powerful things that you can do in Access. In general, my takeaway from this, we're very excited to use the new charts. I think we're actually going to make much more heavy use of charts. Before, with pivot charts, it was kind of like we'd sort of get them to work, and great, you've got that visualization, but I don't really want to spend a lot of energy because I knew that they're removed in 2006 and 2013. So I didn't want to invest more in that. Now with the new charting engine, we're ready to start adding more charts to our application. I like the design experience. It's very simple, easy to control. Also, we have new runtime functionality, like using this in a continuous form. So we have new scenarios that we're going to start thinking about. There's new chart types, the combo chart. So we're starting to think of new ways that we can enhance our application with the modern stuff. So that's it that I had for demos. I'm going to hand it back to McCall.
Thank you, Tim. I promised I will not let you go without learning about what's on our roadmap and about the things that are coming next in Access for Office 365 subscribers. This is just a few. I want to talk about these three. The first one is new and improved link table manager. So for everyone who is using a different backend for the data or is using link tables to have data in additional data sources, we have a new and improved link table manager. This new one is basically we rewrote the dialogue that you're all used to working with, and this one is much more user-friendly and usable. We're getting great feedback on just how easy it is to work with it. For example, it lets you group link tables by data source. You can also resize the window. I know it sounds simple, but for everyone who wasn't able to do it before, this is awesome. And you can also relink existing link tables. You can edit them without actually connecting to the data source. So this supports a scenario where you, as the developer, work on a test environment, and then when you want to deploy it, you just change the link to be your customers, your clients' connection string, and then it just works. You don't need to test it again. So this is already available to our customers on Office 365. Black and dark gray theme. This is a long-lasting ask from customers who love working in a darker environment. We are aligned now with the rest of the Office apps and have this support rolling out to customers. The last one is connecting to Microsoft Graph. Over the past 2 years, our team has invested a lot in extending the already rich portfolio of data connectors in Access, and we've added 2 new connectors. Last year at Ignite, we talked about those. The connector to Dynamics 365 and then the Dynamics to Salesforce, the connector to Salesforce. These 2 connectors are available to enterprise customers only, so Office 365 Pro Plus. But this new connector, the Microsoft Graph connector, is available to everyone. And it allows you to link to or import from the endpoints of the graph. So basically to get your organizational data. We believe this will unblock a lot of scenarios for Access users. Imagine all the things that you can do if in Access you had information about calendar invites or messages from your inbox or organizational structure, for example, or your OneDrive files even. So all of these things, using this connector, you'll have access to. We care a lot about our customers. This is something that I personally am very passionate about, and I want to encourage everyone to find the right way for you to really keep in touch with the product team in Redmond. There are multiple ways to do that. The first one is, that I'm calling out here, is User Voice. User Voice is a platform that Microsoft is using to allow customers to give their suggestions, give ideas, because all of you have great ideas for the products that you're using. This is a place where you can suggest ideas, and you can also vote on other people's ideas. The second one is Send a Smile. This is just your in-app, smiley at the upper right corner or in the Help tab where it says just feedback. I can assure you that we are looking at this data on a weekly basis. So we go over all the information, or a lot of the information that comes in through these 2 channels, and we look at what people are telling us. You can look back at things that we've done in the past 2 or 3 years and see that some of them were directly a result of high votes in User Voice, for example. So please use these tools and use these channels to make a difference and to change the product you love working with. The next one on the list is our new space, a relatively new space on Tech Community. This is where we have an Access discussion board, which is active, and we have our MVPs and other Access community members contribute, support one another. This is really a great place for the community to help and support one another. There's also a blog on that space, on the Tech Community space, where we publish our news and updates. We also publish customer stories, things that can inspire you to do new things and to try out new functionalities. The last one on this list, and it's Office 365 public roadmap. This is a roadmap for all of Office 365, where all the different product teams publish what's currently in development, what's coming next, what's rolling out to customers. We also try to keep this page updated. So if you're interested to know what are the things that the team is working on right now and what's in the horizon, this is a great place to get informed. So it's a great resource for everyone. Office Insiders program is something that is common to all of Office apps, and it's a great way for you to get the latest and the greatest for Office as soon as it goes out to the public, or even before it goes to everyone. This is a great opportunity for you to provide feedback. For us, the Access team, it is super important. We look very closely at all the feedback that we're getting from members that are on the Office Insiders program, and it's just a great way for you to see the latest and greatest as soon as it's out there. There are more resources that can help you learn about data visualization in Office, not just in Access, but I do want to wrap this up and encourage everyone to give the new charts a try. I think you've heard some really good stories from a customer, and we are waiting to get more feedback. We're happy to get feedback on this feature and learn more about how we can do it even better. Thank you for coming today. Please don't forget to submit your evaluation online. And I think we're ready for Q&A if anyone has questions or anything for us. Yes?
Come up to the mic, please.
Just wanted to understand how you did the dynamic chart. What is the code behind that? How that works? That's pretty nice.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. I will make sure that we share the code samples for this, but honestly, it's quite simple because everything is just, all the properties of the chart is supported in VBA. So you can basically get to your form and chart, and then it's all IntelliSense, right? So you can just get legend and just put the legend information in. It's very simple. I'm very proud to say it's really simple.
Yeah. You noticed you have the design time experience where you get to see the data while you're designing it. Well, that's also giving you a preview of what the runtime experience is going to be like. And all those properties that you're editing, there's a straightforward version of that in the object model. So everything that you're doing when you're changing the chart type, you're changing all those properties, you're like, oh, that's cool. I want to be able to support both of those looks that I just had in design time. I want my runtime users to be able to see that. Well, whatever property you just changed, you can have a button that changes that property, or a drop down or whatever. So that's what that's actually how I automated building, like taking the pivot chart XML and then creating a chart out of it. But you can do what McCall did in her demo, where you've got different drop downs and the chart comes to life. So yeah, it's really good.
Anyone else?
Just real quick, 365 only or 2019?
This one is 365 only.
No plans? No plans to include it in 2019?
2019.
Yes, sorry. I was thinking about the link table manager. This one is 2019 too. So this one is, yes. Sorry. Link table manager is only Office 365. Charts is Office 365 and 2019. And again, we're not taking away any of the functionality, the existing functionality. So this will live side by side with the classic charts. So if you open the design toolbox and search for the classic chart icon, it should still be there. Yeah. Anything else? Well, thank you all for coming, and we hope you enjoyed our session and enjoyed Ignite. Thank you.
Thank you.